Adventures with Captain Ron, and today's subject is external cameras on aircraft, what the FAA, insurance, and reality actually say. Have you ever wondered if mounting a GoPro or an Insta360 on your airplane is actually legal? Or what happens if something goes wrong with the FAA or your insurance? Today we're going to talk about the real story, not rumors, not hangar talk, but how regulators, insurers, and professional test pilots actually think about cameras on airplanes. Let's get into it. The FAA perspective first. Here's the big picture. The FAA does not have a specific GoPro rule. There are no regulations that says you can or can't put a camera on your airplane. Instead, they look at it through existing regulations, things like airworthiness, alterations, careless or reckless operation, and whether anything could fall off the aircraft. In practical terms, if you temporarily attach a camera, like a suction mount, and it doesn't affect the airplane, the FAA generally leaves you alone. But, and this is important, the responsibility stays with the pilot. If that camera interferes with the airplane, changes how it flies, or departs the aircraft, you own that decision. And enforcement will usually come down under the catch-all rule, careless and reckless operation. If the FAA is going through their list of rules and oh, that one, none of these apply, they'll get you on careless, reckless operation every day. Now, what actually triggers enforcement? Here's something many pilots don't know. The FAA almost never takes action because you mounted a camera. They take action because of what the video shows. Most investigations today start with one thing, a video. Someone sends a link, a complaint comes in, or footage surfaces after an incident. Suddenly, the inspectors are watching your flight, frame by frame, and they're asking one question. Was this operation safe, or was it done for the shot? That distinction matters more than anything else. Insurance realities. Now let's talk about insurance, because this is where the risk really lives. If there's an incident, even a minor one, adjusters will absolutely review footage. They'll look at your YouTube channel. They'll look at onboard video. They'll look at social media. They'll ask, did the camera contribute? Did it distract? Was the airplane altered? Was the flight conducted differently because of the filming? If the answer is yes, coverage can become complicated, sometimes very complicated. There's also something called subrogation. This means insurer can pay a claim and then come after you personally if they believe you violated policy conditions. It's rare, but it happens. Now, how test pilots think about cameras. And I've done a lot of chasing with photographers in the back seat filming in the olden days. Now let me share something from the flight test world. Because test pilots mount cameras all the time, they do it with a very disciplined mindset. They assume the mount will fail. They always use secondary tethers. They avoid sensitive airflow areas like control surfaces or leading edges. They set cameras before engines start, and they don't touch them in flight. There's a saying in flight tests, fly the airplane, not the camera. That's a powerful principle. When I do my filming, I start everything before I turn a wheel. I get it all up, I get it running, and that's the last time I think about it. It's running, and then I fly the airplane, I fly the mission. And I saw one magazine article in a very well-known magazine that says, oh, don't use a secondary tether because if it comes off and it starts bouncing around, it can damage the airplane. Well, okay, I would rather have damage. This thing has screws, it can be replaced, than have my Insta360 implanted in somebody's forehead. That's just me personally, okay? I'll take that risk. I disagree with that magazine article on that. Now, let's talk about professional pre-flight camera mindset. Before flying with a camera, professionals ask, what happens if it comes off? Could it hit the tail? Could it strike the prop? Could it distract me? Does it change the mission? Even a small camera can subtly shift priorities, and that's where the risk begins. Now, legal exposure depends on the type of flying. Not all flying is viewed the same. If you're flying Part 91, personal flight with camera, exposure, no pun intended, is relatively low. If you're instructing, the bar goes up, because now you're responsible for students' attention and workload. And if you're flying for compensation or filming tied to revenue, like the biplane shot in one of the latest action movies, that's revenue. But if you're doing that, scrutiny increases significantly. The FAA may ask whether the flight itself is commercial in nature. The key question regulators often ask is simple. Is the flight incidental to the content, or is the content driving the flight? The real lesson, here's the truth. Cameras don't cost enforcement. Priorities do. If your mission remains operation safely, make conservative decisions, fly like a professional, you're unlikely to have a problem. But if the mission becomes, let's get great footage, like the guy who jumped out of the airplane, filmed it, the FAA kind of caught on to that one. He got in a little bit of trouble for that one. Okay, that can be a problem. This is where judgment can drift, and that's what regulators and insurers watch for. Practical advice. If you fly with cameras, here's what I recommend. Secure them properly, use a safety tether, set them before takeoff, don't adjust them in flight unless absolutely necessary, and when mine are mounted externally, there's not really much I can do that. I'm not into wing walking, okay? But if you got one on a suction cup internally, and I don't like suction cups, but if you got that situation, don't let it distract you. And don't adjust them in flight if you end up doing that unless absolutely necessary. And always remember, the airplane comes first. The video is just along for the ride. We're living in a remarkable time. We can document our flying in ways pilots could only dream of decades ago, even a short few years ago. But that capability comes with responsibility. Fly professionally, fly deliberately, and always, always respect the airplane. If you got experience flying with cameras or stories to share, I'd love to hear them in the comments. I'd love to talk. And as always, fly safe. Thanks for watching Aviation Adventures with Captain Ron.